Hi, this is G from Native Speakers Academy, and welcome to 10-Minute English. This is where we introduce short articles from the news for upper intermediate and advanced level students. That's B2 and C1 on the Common European Framework. Now, when I started this series, I promised myself that I was going to introduce you to articles that you would not normally find introduced in language teaching sessions. I was going to introduce more hot topics, more interesting topics, more topics that would make you think about you and the world around about you. And that's what we're going to look at today. Remember, if you want more information about what we do, it's www.nsa-slovakia.com, where you can find a whole host of articles about education and social issues. You can find us on YouTube. Just visit the Native Speakers Academy official page. Over 100 original videos on education. You can visit my page. You can see it on the screen there. It's brand new. You might also want to take a trip to our Pinterest page. It's listed again under my name, and you can see we have information boards on education, news and resources, politics and society, health and well-being. The curiosity board is home self-education. We've got information about films and documentaries, art and design, quotes, learning issues, posters and signs. That's just some graphics that I think are really nice. We've got the old radio show, People and Places, Language and Teaching, and the Business World. Perhaps most interesting for you will be to look at the Language and Teaching board, the Business Information board, and maybe the Curiosity board, because if you click on that, you will find yourself taken straight to these links, which are all to awesome activities that you can arrange for yourself or that you can do with your family. So it's up to you what you do with it. It's all there. So today's topic is a hot topic. It is something that the Mail Online has covered here. Hot Girls Wanted. Now, Hot Girls Wanted is, let's see, where did I put it? Here. It's a film about what happens to a lot of young girls. It's a documentary about porn, the internet, and the girl next door. Now, some of the information I've taken from the Mail Online, and some of the information I have prepared from other links, and what I'm going to do is add links to everything when I post up the video. But here's the text that I have prepared for you. Sundance Flick Exposes the Wild West by Michael Thurston. And so while we're reading, we need to be thinking. So there we go. Something for you to think about as we read. The grim world of teen porn, in which thousands of 18 and 19-year-old girls have sex on camera for money, is exposed in a disturbing documentary premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. Hot Girls Wanted tells the true stories of a group of those girls, mostly naive, small-town kids, enticed by the promise of money and fame in the bright lights of Florida or California. As usual, I have highlighted the important vocabulary in yellow, so you can check it before we look at the article, or you can guess from the context and check your understanding later. Let's continue. The reality is, of course, far less rosy. They typically last less than 6 months in the game before either their parents find out or the industry tires of them, constantly seeking fresh meat. I remember when I went to university, there was a student club, and all of the students went to the same club on a Friday night because the beer was cheap. And the club had a nickname. It was called The Cattle Market. And I bet you can guess why. It's the Wild West, director Jill Bauer told AFP after the movie was screened at the Independent Showcase Festival in the Utah mountain resort of Park City. Anyone can make a video. Any producer can go online and recruit a girl on Craigslist. You just need to prove that you're 18 years old, but anybody can do it, and it's art, protected by the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Bauer, a former Miami Herald journalist, already made a film on a similar theme, so she likes this stuff. Sexy Baby, 2012. Sexy Baby used a 12-year-old girl's story to explore the growing sexualization of youth and popular culture via social media, and that's what's happening. Culture is being hypersexualized. It's being weaponized. It's being used against people. But I guess because she's a woman, she can make films like this. At first, and that's not a, oh, you're intelligent, you'll work out what I mean. At first, she and co-director Rona Grudas had planned their new film to focus on boys on college campuses who consume porn online. Coincidentally, the exact subject matter of another film at Sundance, The Hunting Ground. So they're all at it, as we say. But as soon as they began investigating what those young men were watching, who would want to know about that stuff? Bauer and Gradus discovered the world of girls just out of high school, lining up to make money because that's all that schools taught them. That's it. That's it. That's all they've learned. It's ridiculous. Well done. Well done, education system. Well done, teachers. Well done, parents, for sending your children there. Well done, everybody. Hey, give yourselves a round of applause. Where are we? Bauer and Gradus discovered the world of girls just out of high school lining up to make money by having sex in videos posted on porn websites. It's just kind of nonchalantly mentioned, isn't it? The girls involved are typically working minimum wage jobs. It's all because of the economy, straight out of high school. And see adverts like hot girls wanted on Craigslist.com as a ticket to freedom, adventure, and their dream of instant fame. How could they possibly think that this would solve any of their problems? This really is a perfect storm for these girls. For these girls, you take, say, 18-year-old impulsive, and you mix it with instant online access and no decent sex education. Yes, we need more sex education at schools. We need to focus more on sex. You know, if you take the term sex education and you remove the word education, you know what you get? And there's no decent sex education, she said. The film is punctuated with startling on-screen facts about this type of porn, including that the websites involved garner an average of 41 million hits, wish I could get that for one of my videos, a month. More than any mainstream websites, including CNN and Disney.com. Right. Perhaps one small mercy in all of this is the fact that young girls typically last less than 6 months in the industry. There are 2 reasons for that, said Bauer. 1, their parents find out. Or, I wonder how. Or they get a boyfriend. Yeah, he's not going to want you to be involved. I mean, if he's got a brain, he's not really going to want anyone involved in that at all. Secondly, it's to do with the industry. The industry will not tolerate girls staying in for very long because people demand to see new faces. They demand to see new faces. I don't think they're really that interested in the faces, because they can see the faces of people normally, right? I think they're interested in other things. You know what I'm talking about. So, as I was comparing this article, few things ran through my head, and these are some notes that I made about what I would ask someone who might be interested in going down this road, thinking about this as a great choice to make. What are you going to tell your children? They're going to find out eventually. You know that, right? So, what are you going to tell them? I don't think you're really going to have a great answer for them. So don't do it. Is it really a road to anywhere? Are you going anywhere with this? You're just going to find yourself back where you started, right? So don't do it. Aren't you just procrastinating? Aren't you just putting off moving into the future things that you should do now? So don't procrastinate. Don't get involved. Get yourself a plan. Get yourself an action plan. Pick yourself up. Get yourself out there and move on to something else. What happens if you pick up diseases, or there we go, let's correct the grammar, a disease? Not good. Is it worth the risk? Is it really worth the risk? I don't think it is. Don't do it. Don't do it. And what do you think? Anyone watching this, reading this, going through this with me, the question is, what do you think? Do you think a film like this, with articles like this, is just promotion of porn? Is this the hypersexualization of culture? What do you think? What do you think? Is it okay? I'm sure there are people who think it's okay. So I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear constructive, social, moral arguments from any side, really. So this article was taken from a web page, and that will be posted together with the article. And as I showed you earlier, Mail Online also had an article about this, covering some of the same topics. There was some information in here that we should watch the interview with the two directors. It's quite enlightening, as they mentioned the Kinsey Institute. You should check that out. What was the interesting part? It was here. The actress Teresa Silguero said she earned $25,000 in her 4 months in the industry, but after paying for lingerie, manicures, makeup, and bi-weekly sexually transmitted disease tests, she only had about $2,000 in her bank account when she quit the business. Not really what you want to be left with, is it? So, I thought this would be something to make you think. Remember, there's more information about what we do at nsa-slovakia.com. If you use the search box and type in similar search topics to the subject we've looked at today, you'll find some interesting articles. We have also What Have We Done to Our Kids? I recommend reading that article if you want some background on children and problems in society. And we also have Emotional Anarchy and the Kinsey Legacy, which is a window into a world that most people don't want to explore. It's the dark side. So, know what it is, but stay in the light, stand in the light, and do good wherever you can. That's it. That's all we have time for. Visit us on the net, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, wherever, whenever. You can also take one of our special one-to-one English online study courses. Just send us an email if you're interested. This is about all that I have to say on this. Bye for now. Speak to you soon.